Would you say that's the gist of this thing? If we can maybe oversimplify it, it's just come back into the moment, come back
Yeah.
into the here and now.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a really, it's probably one of the best oversimplifications we can use.
Yeah.
Something about this present moment starts to reveal a lot more. We're not living in this conceptual space. When we're living in the mind or these concepts, what tends to happen is we're living in infinite potential, but infinite potential isn't flowing into this moment. It's on the outskirts. So somehow we're actually disassociating from this very moment. And you can almost view time this way. This showed up in a meditation as a feeling. Feels like there's this turbulent orb or disc or something of just energy. And it's all flowing into this very tiny singularity right here. And I don't mean like just right here. It's like literally everything's made out of that kind of energy. And right in that very center, right when everything flows into that and it just gets compressed into this infinitely small space, that's the present moment. And then simultaneously, it's regurgitating energy out and it's flowing outward and back into itself. When we stay in a conceptual space, we're perceiving aspects of this reality, but we're perceiving it that's disassociated from all that we actually have. And that's presence. That's all that we have. So even if you're having memories about something, let's just give an example. I have a broken picture frame and you have memories of when you were moving and how it fell off the wall. But now right here in this moment, you're holding that broken picture frame. That's actually all you have. And that's all that's real. And if the memories come up and they're telling you a story or a narrative about it, it still does not exist because you can't interact with that. You can only interact with this. So the only thing that's real is a broken picture frame. The rest, it's not.
Damn.
That is all we have. What is right here, just like that, every instant. If we can allow ourselves to be that close to home, which is here, we allow ourselves to see this reality as it is versus as it should be. And that's just potential. And should is a painful place to exist because potential is infinite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's an infinite level of what's not here.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
And then we could say with non-duality, well, it is here and it's not, but it's in this physical form for some reason. There are fundamental laws of this existence. One of them being gravity. There's no opposite to gravity. It just is. It seems like these other aspects of things to come to terms with what is just as it is a really nice place to start again. Get all the way to that space, and that happens in the here and now, and then let it expand. If I were to reject gravity, which I sure could, but then I walk out of the window of my second story apartment or second story office or wherever, there might be consequences to that.
I think so. Yeah. So when we reject the moment, there's consequences.
And same thing with ourselves. If we reject our truest nature, there's consequences.
Yeah.
We are at our truest nature. It is the equivalent of gravity. There's no different. This is just a force as it is.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff. Oh, man. I don't even know where to go. Come back here and now. It's a cliche, but it's the truth. Come back home here and now.
Yeah. And here's something just for you and your viewers too. Presence is always felt. You can feel here and now. And that's really the only way to know here and now. It cannot be thought. We cannot think ourselves into the present moment because no thought happens in the present moment. It's all reflective. A thought is either based on another thought, an event that has already passed, so on and so forth. So the only real way we can come into terms with presence is the sensational space. And it's not an endpoint. It's a gateway, but it's the most powerful gateway we have. When you were in your mother's womb, you were feeling. You weren't forming conceptual thought, but you were feeling. You've been feeling this whole time. The mind is telling us that we are intellectual, rational beings having these emotional disruptions. And it's not so. We're sensational beings having these conceptual experiences. So being what we are, sensational primarily, will start to unlock things for you that you could not even possibly imagine. Just feeling it. You can feel presence. And it starts to become really clear that if we're really engaged with this space all the time and we're feeling all the time, it's as if we're feeling out here simultaneously. We're feeling the universe itself. And we begin to synchronize with the transition that this universe is. And to be synchronized with the universe is infinite joy. Infinite joy.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.